What's up? Welcome to the Katie Black Show YouTube channel. I'm honored today I have with me.
Christy, Valerie, hi everyone.
What up, Christy? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really tired, but I'm doing good.
So, real quick, I met Christy through our mutual friend Emily,
She's the
and
best.
the best shout out Emily. And I guess initially I thought it was like obviously I thought you were so cool, but double cool that you were from South Florida.
I am Miami. I'm sure you can tell by my accent.
But I always ask people, like, is that where you were like born and raised, or do you just?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Miami, and it's exactly what you'd imagine it to be times 1,000 being born and raised there. Yeah.
So much. I mean, granted, it's so much fun, but obviously, anytime I was there, when I lived down there, it was very like in and out, a few days and you're out.
Yeah, but you got to experience like the craziness, I'm sure that is Miami. You were in Boca, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, totally different vibe. You have to like cross the border to get to Miami, and it's like you're entering a whole other country.
Own its own world. I love it
Yeah,
though.
I do. I love it. It is really fun. Definitely
So,
don't want to live there, but yeah.
well, like, and I think I'm sure I asked you this when we first connected, but like, at what point were you like, I'm out of here?
I like about 5 years ago. I don't know. We were just like struggling. Miami's gotten like so expensive. Um, it's a very like transient city, so people are in and out from all over the world. So like there's no roots, like no, like everybody's just so rude, and from like nobody cares to get to know each other because I guess they're like in and out, and it was just so hectic, and we felt like the everyday stress of just living there. We were just like, let's go. And like we honestly just flew out to Charlotte like for a weekend, and we're like, okay, I guess we could go there. If we don't like it, we'll just go somewhere else. And we bought a house like online with a realtor like a couple weeks later, and it was just kind of worked out that way, no plan, and we just ended up moving.
That's
Crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy, especially being from Miami and being Hispanic. Our culture is very tight knit, and like people don't leave,
Hmm.
and you're also like there's a lot of shame and like Catholic guilt in the Cuban community that it's like if you leave your family you're like a horrible person. So it was really hard for us to make a decision like that, but I'm so glad we did. I love it here.
Yes, I wouldn't have met you otherwise.
Exactly.
Do you, and obviously I'm getting reading in between the lines that you don't miss it.
I miss the food. Oh my god, the food is so good. I miss that. Like obviously I miss like friends and family, but no, I don't miss like the everyday life, that's for sure. I definitely like love to go back and see friends and family, but I don't miss the city that much. It is what it is. There's something very special about Miami. I do love it. It will always be my home, but I just for my child, I don't feel like it's a good way to grow up. Like I just like the whole lifestyle there is crazy. Everybody's on drugs. Everybody, like in high school, I was a cheerleader, and all my friends were getting like boob jobs as their birthday gift in high school. And like there was very much that like keeping up with the Joneses type lifestyle, and everybody's trying to outdo each other, and it's not me.
Yeah, I haven't thought of it. Yeah, and also too, it's just, I mean, I know, I don't know, just kind of like another Hollywood, maybe.
Yeah, it's like the Cuban LA. Like it's pretty much I feel like that it's very much like that. Yeah. Like I'm sure you remember driving like just driving through Miami, you could be in like the poorest neighborhood and there's like a BMW parked outside, a Tesla. Like it's just everybody's that way. Like they barely have money for food, but they have to look rich.
Fly.
And
I have to look
it's
fly.
so weird. It's such a weird place.
Yeah, I haven't thought of it like that.
It's so weird.
I just always love it because I've always really never matched like my clothing. Like I've never, and I feel like there I can get away with wearing really funky
Oh
stuff.
my God. I actually, speaking of that, I have a funny story that I have a friend that I met here in Charlotte. She's from here. That she studied at in Miami. And she just told me this funny story that, she's from here. She's a white girl from North Carolina. And she gets invited to a Miami pool party. And she like gets her towel. She's dressed in like her raggedy beach clothes and all this stuff. And you know how Miami is. She like shows up and it's like, again, if for like listeners that don't know what a Miami pool party is, you have to go like full makeup, hair done, high heels with a bikini on. There's usually like a DJ, cocktail, like the whole 9 yards. It could be like in the ghetto, and that is a Miami pool party. But so she shows up, and it's like her and her like she says it this way, and she's like, we're two like country bumpkin girls like showing up to this Miami party, like she just like says it so funny. Which, by the way, I think you should meet her. She's a very interesting person that
Yes.
you would get along with very much. Miami's such a weird place. You could dress however you want and like being funky. I do really like that about Miami too. The style is like really fun and funky. That was one joke, like my husband and I, when we moved here, we're like, I feel like everybody's wearing pajamas here all the time because I'm so used to overdressing, like to go to the grocery
Other
store.
opposite.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be caught dead in like gym clothes in Miami. Like you just dress up. Everybody's dressed up all the time. But
It's
it's such a relief. Like I prefer this. I hate having
the
to be
vibes.
that. Yeah.
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 But since I am a pop culture nut, and I don't know if this is an eye roller, but I've always been obsessed with studying the news and like random pop culture things. So I vividly remember Johnny Versace's murder and
Oh,
didn't know. Is that something that you remember being down there or?
no, I don't remember. I think I was really young at the time, but like I've seen documentaries on it because it was in Miami. It's
Mhm.
actually really sad. And like he was like walking to have like his breakfast down South Beach. It's so funny. People think like Miami is South Beach, but like
It's not.
people from there don't actually go to South Beach. It's a tourist thing and like you actually don't go there, but yeah, I don't really remember too
That's
much about
okay. That's okay. I just
it.
was
Was like such a long time ago, but I do know the stories of it because of it. The
right.
mansion's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Do you know you could like stay there now? They like rent it out to people.
I just found that out.
Yeah, that's new. I would love to do that. I had a
I,
friend that did that for like a weekend and it looks so fabulous. I love it.
how did y'all decide on Charlotte? Was there like, did you find out about a job here? Did you guys just kind of pick it
No,
out of the hat?
no, it was like, okay, so you were like, we knew we wanted to stay on the East Coast, be a short flight or drive from Miami. So like my parents could visit and so on and so forth. And it was easy to fly out. So we just kind of started driving from state to state and we were like, we kind of just like all together skipped Georgia. Um, sorry for
I
anybody
don't
that
know. I just the way you said that sounded funny.
I I felt like everybody was very racist towards me. Like it was really weird and I've never experienced that before.
Hmm.
Again, I grew up in South Florida where everybody's Hispanic, so I never felt different, if that makes sense. And then I visited a few friends in Georgia and I was like, no, I don't like this. South Carolina is we're the best Carolina, so like, what can I say? That was a no. So we
Well,
just kind of like we knew someone from like high school